yesterday's session, we went around before insert business rule, and we will go through few other scenarios in business rule today, and then we will move on to the recovery system.
Yeah.
Then we will talk about the script include. So how, because it will very much be understandable. Yeah. Okay. And yes. So I have a requirement that if that if the work notes of the uh, ticket changes, the request changes, the state should go to the work in progress. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So what do you think? What do you think will be the solution to this? The requirement is when the work notes changes, the state should be set to work in progress.
Okay.
So what is the condition? What is the condition do you think would be?
Like we need to set like work notes update work notes. Then we
Yes.
need to set the field
Is it before update or after update?
while updating before update.
Before update.
Yeah. While updating only, right? Like after saving or
So when the business rule changes, only then we will be able to change these things, right?
yes, yes,
So if we say, is it okay to say, I mean, like, see, when the work notes changes. So what I'm saying is, when the work notes of the ticket is changed, we set
okay,
the state to work in progress. So what
yeah,
happens? It is after update, right? If
yes,
something
yes,
happens to work notes, only then we are going to do some action on the
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
state. So let's
yes,
write a business rule. Can we do that through the configuration?
yeah.
I'm going to say set states based on work notes. Okay. So this is our table, and
Update.
yeah, is it after update or before? Yeah,
After
after update. Correct. What should be the filter condition in here?
work notes.
So
Mm.
I will say work notes changes. So when it is updating, right? Every
Yes,
time that it changes, okay. Then what should be the action?
state should be same. State value
Yeah,
should be
it is
work.
the work notes, right?
Yeah,
Can we do? Yeah. Okay, we will do this through configuration. Okay. I mean, it's understandable, right? Even for
yes,
these
yes.
small lines, we need not write
Yeah,
explicitly code. But I'll
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you where the scenario comes, where we have to glide record into some table, and then we have to do things. Okay,
Oh, oh,
right. See, okay. Now we have this request. Okay, do we do something with this? It will ask us to populate assignment group. I don't think so. Why? It is not changing the state. Work underscore notes. So what about Vanshika? Is she able to go through the sessions?
Not having any information on.
Okay, okay. Why is it not capturing these changes? 1 second. So remember I had told you this activities filtered. I mean whatever the changes happens on the field will be captured on the specific field, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see if it is capturing or changing the state there. So yes, work notes has changed, but still why the state is not set to progress? So what's happening is this. See, whenever I'm setting the state, right, what's happening? This runs, okay? It is trying to set the state. But what happens? It is not updating the record. We are setting the value, but it is not updating the record.
Okay.
So we need to write a current.update function. But ideally, this shouldn't have been the case. Why is the set function not working is my query now.
Can we try it on incident table so that we can use directly
Sorry?
table? Can we try it on
Hmm.
incident? Incident table.
The same
Yes,
thing
there's
that you
same.
say?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it is a custom table, right? Maybe something happened.
No, no, no. Custom table, see, it has nothing to do with the custom table functionality. Okay. So, let's see. If you want me to do the same thing through script, we will do it through script. But you want me to do it through the configuration?
Yeah, yeah,
But still, it would ask me to do a current dot update because what's happening is in the business rule, work notes changes. Okay, fine, it does. What happens? Work notes changes means it's after update, right? Anyways, work notes is getting updated, correct?
yes, 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 yes.
So it is trying to set the action, set state to work notes, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, set state to work in progress. Okay, what's happening is it is running, work notes is getting updated. After update, this is running fine. Set value, it is trying to set, but it is not updating without the current dot update
Okay,
method.
okay.
Okay, so same thing if you want to write here. Okay, I mean, is it confusing?
No, no, no. Like both in this case, both the scripting and configuration both are needed, right?
Both are needed. Yes, both are needed.
Is
But
there
one
any?
thing I would say, but one
Uh,
thing I would say, current dot update that you use, right?
yeah, yeah.
You should always use that in after update business rule. Okay.
Okay, okay,
If you use before update business rule, it would create a lot of duplicate entries and it is not the best method to write because it will trigger few other business rules which are not necessary.
okay,
So when you use current dot update function, you should use it only after update business rule, not before update business rule.
okay.
Okay. So what will happen is if I had done a before update business rule, any which ways work note just after changing only it would get updated. The state would get updated. It would
Yeah.
not work. But in other condition, what I would say is, mm, like okay, in this case, if I automatically say before update business rule and work notes, what it is going to do is it is going to create a duplicate entry. Every time you will see up an error saying that there is a duplicate entry and yeah, because of a duplicate key entry, because what will happen, it will try to insert more and more number of records. We should not use before I mean update from current dot update in before update business rule. Okay.
Oh, oh,
Okay. Yeah. So that is about this thing, and you want me to do it on the incident table with scripting, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So what is the scenario? Same thing you want me to say?
Like any other scenario is there, like using this after update.
Okay. After update, you want to say?
Yeah,
Uh, so that's what work notes we did, and so can we say that user should not be able to change the state of work notes of incident if there is no probably a child incident created to it? Yeah.
yeah.
So there's no child incident created to it, and they should not be able to probably update the work notes.
Okay,
Or do you want me to do the same scenario through scripting? I will do that. Once we write a before after update without the, I mean without configuration.
okay,
So everything in configuration we will write action this thing. Okay. What I said, that if what changes,
work note.
work notes changes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Condition, one more thing I would want to say you, when you when you update the condition filter conditions here and actions here, right, there is some scripting that we write in the advanced section, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So before, if you can put up an additional condition in here, only after that is the, if it satisfies, the script will execute.
Okay, okay,
Okay, so in
okay,
now I'm going to write something in here called as if work notes changes. Okay,
okay,
if condition work notes work underscore notes dot changes. Okay, this is my condition.
okay.
Okay, or can I say if work notes is not equal to previous? What do you think is best?
Yeah, we can write that as well. That current if work note is not equal to current.
No, my condition, I have to say that if work notes is not equal to this thing, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like Pavni, like okay, okay. Current will take the current value, right? Okay, okay. Previous
Yeah,
used to be.
yeah. Current will take current value.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, first we will write here. What we will write is that we will just have to see if the work notes is changing, right?
yeah.
So one more thing, we have a change to or changes. Okay, previous or next is not equal to previous. Probably we'll write previous or next. Do we don't have a function to say changes. Okay, we have change to or previous or next.
Okay.
So what I'm going to compare is I'm going to say if work notes is not equal to
Yeah, yeah. We can compare.
previous value.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm going to say that if work notes not equals to value, then What am I going to do? What it says? Populating method.
Yes,
What is the
yes. We need to say update, right? Update.
no, no, no. It's not equal to previous value. I'm saying. One second. So what we are going to do if work notes is not equal to previous value, what we are doing? Current dot.
Update.
No, current dot.
Change or update, right? We need to change the status of the
Yes. So how are we going to access that? Current
current
dot
dot.
state. Yes, is equal to what is the value of incident
We need to
in
give the
progress?
label right here. In progress label.
Which label? Yeah, that's what. This one's label, right?
Yes, yes. Multiple choice label value.
Yeah. So current dot state I've written here.
Right.
Current dot state is equal to what is the value that we need to set. For new, it
Yes.
is 1. For in progress, what is the value of in progress here? Is it in progress? One second. How we are going to check for the incident?
In progress is true.
First, we will check the table value, right? We have table because this is extended from task, right?
Yeah.
Is the in progress value? It's 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So I say 2. Then we do a current dot update function. Okay. It is not updating the value. Why?
Only shall previous method will have the
Is not sorry.
we had mentioned it previous, right? Previous state.
Yes.
Does the
Previous
state
dot.
have?
Uh huh.
Yeah, yeah.
I was saying. One second. But what I am saying is this current dot work notes it's not going to take because it will not be the current value, right? So I'm just checking for the see here until and unless now it's going to be current. When I post it, it will become it will change, right? So that's
Yes,
my
yes.
question. One second. So if we try to do the same thing without the script, one second.
For us, can we take if work notes is not equal to previous work notes instead
Yeah,
of
we did that, right? We
we
did
had done
that,
on
right?
we had
Current
done
dot
on
work notes.
okay,
See,
okay, okay.
it would still not work. What I'm saying is we will see if work notes changes, okay, and then I'm doing the set value here, okay.
Okay, okay.
Then What I am saying is whatever is configurable, if you want to put up the filter condition, you put in there, because don't additionally get that to the script,
Yes, yes.
right? See, now it's
Yeah.
creating the burden, but I will look into this once again. No, it's not still. This is what it's. Yeah, now it has updated,
Yes, yes, yes.
right? So what I am saying is it is nowhere seeing that if the work notes is changing, what's happening? We took current value and previous value, right?
Yes, yes.
Current, what will happen to current value? This is the current
And
value.
yeah,
Okay, until
the
and
moment.
unless I post it.
Yeah, yeah.
So what will happen until and unless I post it, it sees that it is the current value or not, and it is comparing with the previous value. We try
Okay,
to compare with the previous value. Okay, one more thing. What's happening? What if the customer what if the agent enters is work notes related to assigned to person or the requester?
okay, okay.
No, I'm asking you a question. Is work notes related to assigned to person or the requester?
Assign to person.
Assigned to person. See, when you say additional comments, you have a field called customer visible,
Okay.
right? Means
Yes,
any details in this field, the additional comments is made visible to the requester.
customer. Yeah, yeah.
Requester means if the agent is working on this query and if he posts the requester saying that I need further details, what will happen? He will post it here,
Yeah, yeah.
not on the additional comments.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, he will once he posts here, what will happen? A mail is going to get triggered to the requester, and requester will see, okay, what are the details that this guy needs, and he will pass, right? Or
Yes,
you
yes.
said right that they have a visibility for the tickets in the portal.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what will happen in portal? They will have additional comments tickets. So there they are going to update their work notes. Okay, please share look into the details, share something like that. Yeah. So what happens the moment they update that in this portal, right? From the portal, it's going to get updated on the work notes.
Yes,
Okay. So this is customer visible. Now what I was saying is now we were checking that current dot work notes value is not equal to previous dot work notes value. Okay. Current is something that is going to be here, right? Before it is changing. Not I said the current is something the current record before it is changing the current value.
yes, yes.
What we were trying to do, we were updating the work notes and we were posting it. So it no more became a current value.
Yes, yes. It becomes a previous.
It got a previous value and it was not
Yes,
checking. And one more thing, what happens if I say current value is not equal to previous value? What if the customer enters the same text twice like this, something like this, or maybe even testing twice? Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
going to change?
No,
Because
no,
the previous value would have been test, current value would have been test, and will it going to change the work notes?
no, no.
No, right? So, yes. This is about, and one more thing, please keep in mind. Best practice is not to use current dot update in, I'm just writing this so that we can in before update business rule. And one more thing, right? So, this is the thing. And don't worry, business rules we will practice like more and more in the session, like at least once, twice. When you practice and you come back to me and you ask queries, we will again practice on that. Yes?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Sure, sure.
Yeah. And one more thing. So we did with before insert. Now I have a requirement on the table where if the state is open, okay, I don't want anyone to delete the records like
Oh,
this, even the admins or somebody. No one should delete the record. See, you have an access to delete the record here. I'll just show. And one more thing. What is this method?
state is open.
No, no, no. I'm saying this. This is the cell values, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes, correct. You can update the cell values by here. Like
Yes, yes.
probably we will change the priority like this. How are we going to update? We hit shift, then down arrow. Okay,
Okay,
one,
okay,
two, three, down arrow, and then you change the value for one. Okay,
okay,
I'm going to set it as critical. It will update for all the four.
okay,
Okay, so this is one way of doing things. You don't have to go to explicitly one each cell and do this. Okay, now what I am saying is you can edit the cell values in the list layout. Okay, now
okay,
what happens when you select all? When you click on this, it will do a select all of the records. Okay,
okay,
see, there are multiple actions that you're able to see. That is delete, follow live on feed, add visual task board, and all of these things. So what I am going to do is this is like kind of extensive, and we do not use this much in the cell edit. What we do is like probably delete or something like that. Okay.
okay,
Yes. Now what I am saying is that I'm going to select this record, and here I have an option to delete it. See, it would delete the record. Okay. And I have to restrict an user. I have to restrict a user to delete any record when the state is open, even the admin.
okay.
So what is the business rule that I would write?
It is before update only, right? Before update.
Is the database operation before update?
Yes, yes,
Sorry. Before update, database operation. We are not doing anything with the records. We are directly deleting it. We are deleting it, right?
yes, yes.
So what is the database operation?
Before delete, okay.
Before delete. Before
Yes,
delete. We are not updating. We are not inserting. Before delete.
yeah.
So what we will have to look into it. Look into.
Uh, State of the ticket, like so the state is open.
Yes. Can we do that through configuration once?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you're going to guide me status.
Open.
Okay. And action.
Like we need to permit the user for deletion, right? We need not to
Yes.
give the deletion option.
Yes.
So
Yes. So what are we going to do?
delete incident something. Is there any field like that?
Are we going to set any fields in here now? Set any field values?
About action, about action.
Yes, we are not going to set any field values. We are just going to do an about action. Probably if you want to do a message, okay, we will type in so that we get to know. Cannot delete records stage. Okay.
Achieving to configuration is very easy.
Sorry. Sorry, Mithun.
Achieving business rules achieving through configuration is looks very easier than compared to scripting initially.
Scripting. See, wherever configuration is possible, we will do configuration.
Okay,
Wherever configuration is possible, we are doing configuration. But there are scenarios where we have to write script also.
okay, okay.
Okay, like when we are querying some table.
Yeah,
Yeah. So only
yeah.
in those cases when then we have to query tables, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So in that case, dot working is preferable, right? That in that scenario, like
Dot working. See,
is
dot
for the
working. See, if yeah, we can set the values of something like that. Okay, you want to do some dot working scripts, right? Oh, we will do that. But
yeah,
first, I wanted to give you the basic understanding before all
yeah,
of
yeah,
the database operations. So then I thought I will just go with the scripting.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I thought I'll give you scenarios with all of these and then
Yeah,
scripting.
yeah.
Yeah, we can do dot working. So what? What I am going to say is we will do dot working in the background script. Okay. After
Okay.
this,
Okay.
so
Okay.
you can see the real time changes before we having to write anything, or we will just try to fetch the values. Okay.
Okay.
So this is understandable, right? I mean, like
Yes.
you're able to catch up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Let's now delete our record. Let's see if we are able to delete it. See?
Okay.
Yeah, we cannot delete the record. So this is delete. Delete function most of the time, delete business rules. Most of the time I have seen we don't write much as per the client's requirement. We have only about the before and after update business rule. And one more thing is that it is very rare of us to use even the display business rule. Okay,
Okay.
the display business rule. Because every time we know that I told you what's with the display business rule. Why do we use display business rule?
To like view something.
To fetch the information from server to client, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but what was the disadvantage of using the display business rule? It will execute only when the form loads, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Not after the, not on change on anything. So only when the form loads, what it will do, it will go for here. When it is loading initially, it will go here, it will check the requester's email address and so on. So only when the form loads. If I change somebody as the requester, it is not going to populate their name or details.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
manager name and all those things cannot
Yes,
be.
yes, on change it will not work. On change of a specific field, it will not work. In those
Yes.
cases, we use glide Ajax.
Yes.
But still, we will execute one display business rule so that you understand what's happening. Yeah. Okay. Are we connected, Nitu? Can you hear me? Nathan, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost you for a second. So what I was saying is that we will execute these few scenarios and then we will do a background script, then come back to more scripting on business rules. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now what were we doing? We were restricting the user to update the records before delete. Uh, so you wanted to do a set value, right? Okay. I have a query where, that if the requester is same and the short description is same, okay, the requester or the fulfiller, we could say, even the fulfiller can create the request on behalf of requester, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
When I say fulfiller, it is the agent.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, if the requester is same and the short description is the same, restrict the the restrict from creating a new record with the same details. In this case, in this case, what are we going to do?
Like we need to compare the requested details and short description details.
Okay, is there a way we could do?
When like we need to filter both the conditions.
Okay, but let's see if we are able to filter. So what is the action?
Before inserting
When should
only.
it before insert? Yeah. Now, can we say that if they are same, let's say we are going to get the requested and short description in here.
Here we need to use or condition, right? If requester or
No,
don't.
both conditions I want. Requested and short description. Because see, one requester can raise request for two things, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
he cannot raise request for same thing, right? So, requested is this. And what is the short description? We don't have any short description. Probably we'll update it here.
Okay.
We are updating. No.
I'm sorry,
I mean, sorry.
it's pending for second ticket. It is implemented.
No, Mithun, I'm not able to hear you. Your voice is a bit echoing. I'm not able to hear you today.
Yeah, second
Yeah.
incident state is in pending state. It should be an open state. We need to update that cell as well.
Yeah, okay, one is enough, right? One is enough.
Okay, okay, okay.
No matter, I'm not checking for the state anymore. I'm not checking for the state. I'm just going to check for the requested and short description of the state, right? If it is in open and pending, fine. If it was
Okay,
closed,
okay,
any
okay,
which ways we are
okay.
going to look into that. So we are doing a before insert,
Yes,
right?
okay.
Now, one more thing. Is there a way where we can see if the requested is same and the short description is same? Can I filter Rachel here? Only Rachel?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can filter. But is this the good practice?
It will only like it is a static, right? If you want to do dynamic, then
Yes. How am I going to do that? There is no way of filtering such things, right?
yes,
Correct?
yes,
So
yes,
in
yes,
this case, do I have to write a script?
yes.
Yes. So how am I going to do? I will glide record into table, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I will glide record first. Let's glide record. What is the asset management table name?
Underscore.
And then what is the next thing that I have to write? Add query.
Yeah,
Correct? Because I'm
yes, yes.
querying. What is the okay? I'm querying, saying that
You,
requested. What is the backend value of the requester?
requester, it's in small underscore.
U underscore requester. Okay. So now requester, then right. What am I going to get here now? What am I going to match?
With the current requester.
Exactly, current requester. We are getting the current record before inserting one new record. We would get right.
Yeah, yeah.
That one we will get. Now let's see. Wait, I'll show in components to this. We can write current record. So from current record, it will check and it will
Yes.
match the asset management table. It is going to check the requester. If it is matching, okay, it has found one record. What is our next condition?
And we need to check the short description as well.
Yes. So
Again, we need to write another one.
add query, correct. Again, we need to write another add query, but in place
And
of
here
here,
it is
what are we
short.
going to? Short
Sorry.
description. It is going to be short underscore description.
Yeah.
Okay. This is little familiar to me, the backend values, but for you to understand, always come right click here, take the value and go. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So I'll put it here. And what am I going to say?
Current short description. Like we need to
Current
match
dot. Yes, short description. Then what are we going to write?
if condition. If condition like if add query as a details, and we
Okay,
need to
I
close the
did
query.
add.
We need to
Yes.
close the query.
So how are we going to do that?
Add query.
Query, query.
Yeah.
runs the query against the table based on the specified filters by add query or encoded query. We
Okay.
did an add query. We are querying. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It found a match. It found a match. For it to run a query, we will have to write an additional line. Add
Yeah.
query. Correct? Right.
Yeah.
Fine. If
And we have to
is it
compare.
yes. No, we will compare. We compared right here only. You requested is not the current dot short description. Short description is the same as current dot short description. We did here right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, in our condition, are we going to find one record or two records? We never know, right?
Okay.
There could be multiple records also. So, is it okay to say that if I write a while means if it finds multiple records, right? One or
Yeah.
so while what I said while object dot next. If you found some records, right? That is what is next. See, moves to the next record in the glide code, correct?
Yeah.
If you find any record, or then what will happen? What am I going to do there?
We need not to create a ticket like we need to avoid duplicate tickets with the same request and same partition.
So, how are we going to restrict that?
We need to give a message to the requesters that this
We can give them a message in here in this section, but how are we going to restrict that?
about
Yeah, abort action. But what? Is it this or the current?
current one.
Current. So, what are we going to do? Current dot set about action true, right? Let's save this. Is it confusing?
No, 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 no.
Okay, now I'm going to copy paste this short description. This is the short description, and this is the person. I hope we are not able to create. It created a record. Why? What is the mistake that we did? Did we do anything wrong here? Create record. Okay. What is this? Did we this? What is this? Table name. I copy pasted directly from here.
Yes. Yeah.
So what came up along with this?
List view has been came up along with the
Yes.
table.
Yes. So these are the mistakes that we do. But okay. Now let's see. And let's save it. See, it's an
Yeah.
invalid insert. Okay. Now, is this understandable? What is current and what is the
Yeah.
object here?
And if you want to make
Object.
a
Hmm.
like if you want to make the message much more friendly to the user, can we
Yeah, one thing is we can add a message here. That is add message. Probably. Let's see. Cannot create a duplicate request. Something so and so. Okay.
yeah.
One thing is you can add it here. Okay. If not, you can add a gs.add info message. Let me show that. One second. So, I mean, I'm not confusing here, right? My agenda is not to confuse you
Yeah, yeah,
with the business rule because business rule is somewhat quite tricky, okay? So that's why I'm just going a bit very slow and very with minimum basic examples so that you understand the basic and then we can go scripting and scripting. Yeah.
yeah.
So what we did a message. We needed a message, and I'm copy pasting this. Okay, we were testing so and so. Now see, it will give us a message that cannot. One second. Why I'm not able to click? Okay. See, this came from the message section. If I don't want that to happen, okay, I'm just going to delete this. Then here there is something called yesterday in yesterday's class. I said GS. Remember,
Yes, sir.
it's a server-side script.
Yeah.
Correct. Can I use
Yeah.
G underscore form in the business rule now?
Uh,
G underscore form.
no, I guess no.
No, because it's client-side API. We cannot call, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one more
Yeah.
thing, can we use glide record query in client-side?
And these are only server-side scripts, right? Like
It is
recording.
not. Yes, we can use the glide record query in server-side, but it is not the best practice. It is a server-side script. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is again interview questions. So that's why I'm just going on pestering on all of these. Okay. I said something like GS, right? Glide system,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So there I'm going to say glide system means dot add error message is this, add
Okay.
info message is this. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to add info message. If
Okay.
I say add info message, can we say
Duplicate ticket.
uh, something like I'm just going to type something like duplicate request not needed or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm just going to put this up. And we always end any query or any line of code with what?
Semicolon.
Yes. Minus one. HL, and what are we going to paste? Then now, see, it will give a message in blue color. See?
Yeah.
So this is how you add the message. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, so for this, we will be done, and for today we will be done with this. Okay. Tomorrow we
Okay.
will see few more scripts and other things. So delete we saw, update we saw, before insert we saw. We will see async and display business rule once in
Yeah.
tomorrow's session, so that you
Yeah. Yeah.
understand much better what is the difference, why we are not using. Now you want to,
Yeah.
you
Sure.
said that you wanted to see a dot work, right? I'm going to fetch Rachel, okay, and I'm going to fetch her manager details. We'll see how we do that through the dot working in background script. Okay, you wanted to see it on dot working, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, see, one more thing. Whenever you initialize a variable or object, right? It's better not to use the sys, the table names. Sys underscore user
Okay.
table label is user, right? Task table label is task, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So it's
Yeah.
better to avoid to use such variables where it is already there as a table name label.
Okay.
Don't use such
Okay.
a data because it will be confusing for you only, right? So
Yes.
we'll put up something called as this user details, and I'm going to do a new glide record query of what sys user. Sys user is the backend value
Yes.
of the table. Okay. Now, okay, then user, I'm going to get one thing, that is, if I say user dot get of, this is another method. Okay, get, add query, query, get is another method. Okay.
Okay.
What it will directly do is, I am giving a sys ID here. That is this records. When I say get, When I glide into this table and when I say get and pass this society, what it is going to do is it is going to check or it is going to retrieve only this record from
Users.
the table.
Yeah, yeah.
Only this. It will not glide record into any other table. Okay? Sorry, any other record in the table. Only it will just match the society. It will get this record only in the table. Okay? I'm directly doing this because I want to see the dot working. I did this. Then I did a query. And now what happens? Right? Then I said that if you find if you find this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to print the value, correct? Because in as the output in background script, I have only js.print,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So user dot okay. Now what do you want to say? I mean like manager.
Yes, yes.
Manager's
Manage.
name we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this object I have this record, right? The
Yes, yes.
entire record, correct? So the entire records, this field value can I get? So what is this going to be? Manager. Okay.
Yeah.
So this dot manager dot get value. If I say
Okay.
this, see what it is going to get. Get value. I said you right. Get value, set value
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
on all of this. Now, when I say get value, manager dot get value means it is going to give me the value
Ma-
in this table
okay.
field. Okay, get value. Uh, if I say set value, I'm going to set some value on this field. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
using get value and set value is the best way to do a dot work because it will give you the display value. All
Okay.
right. Now
Okay.
let's run this. See,
Okay.
manager, but it is giving a different sys right? Why?
Yes. It's a
Why is it
manager.
giving us?
It's a manager society, right?
Yes. What is this field?
Ref, it's a reference field, right?
Correct. It's a reference field, and for any reference field, the display value. Sorry, the value is sys Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So see, if you see this, it is giving a sys right?
Yes. Yes.
See, BE8 5D1C. That's this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to fetch the value of the manager, the display value, the value that is populated here.
Yeah.
What do we get? In that case,
Manager name to be okay.
get display value.
Okay.
Value of this, see, is it confusing now? Value of this record, any reference field, right? Consider any reference field. The value of it will be a sys because it's a record in itself and it is referenced in the user table.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Correct? Same thing with this thing. Department. It's a record in itself. See, if you click on department, it will go to department table.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It is a record, right? But it is used in this table. Okay. So
Yeah.
value of this will be the sys ID of this. But I want to get the display value of this. So I am going to say display value. Now let's see if we will get this person. See?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Yeah. Yeah.
correct. This is
Yes.
with the reference field. Now let's do one thing. Let's we don't have any reference field, right? We will populate the email address, okay,
Okay.
directly in the script, so it will be understandable too. Now I'm going to do a js.print and uh, manager.email. We will fetch this person's manager.email. What is the backend value? Okay. It is email, but it is manager.email. This is the
Yeah.
second dot work that we do.
Yeah.
Now user.manager dot
Mm.
email dot
Dot. Get display value.
no, that's not a record for me, right? Get value itself will give me the that's not the reference field. Get value itself
Okay.
will give me the this thing. You see the difference now.
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
For reference field only reference field will have a value as, let me just type this,
Suicide.
only, yes, society reference field value will always be a society. Okay, to get the display value we need to use get display value method. Yeah, why
Okay.
is it a society? Because see,
It
that's
is
how it is
referencing the.
storing the information. It is a
Yeah. Yeah.
record, but that field
Yeah.
value is coming up. Okay, so
Yeah. Yeah.
that is this. But any other thing. So this is dot walking. Email dot get value. Okay, now if you want to dot walk third level, let's do managers manager. We'll put some manager to this person. Okay. Yeah. But why isn't this getting saved? Okay, now we are going to get Rachel's
Manager.
manager's manager. So this
Okay.
is what level of dot working? Second level of dot working, right?
So again, we need to write like manager dot get display value
Yes,
and
manager dot
manager dot.
manager dot get display value. First we'll put this. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll remove this. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
See the levels of dot working. Second level of dot working. Third level of dot working also you could do.
Yeah.
Probably if you assign. Yeah. So that's how we do the dot working. See,
Okay.
background script is something very much useful to you. Why I'm stressing, like you can see the real time scenario of how the script executes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So for some one record you can do and you can see if it is working fine, then you can copy paste the script in the business rule accordingly. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Than writing the business rule, than saving the records, than doing all of these things. First see what's happening in the background script, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes. So tomorrow we will. Mithun, is it okay to have the sessions from tomorrow at 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
do you prefer at 9?
No, 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 not having any issues. Like on that day, I'm having a bit work, so I was
Oh,
late
okay, okay,
on. That's why
okay.
I'm not able to.
So 10 o'clock we will have the session from
Yeah,
tomorrow, and I'll tell you which of the following weekends I'll be available, so we can have classes. Okay,
yeah. I will
in
also
weekends I'll. Yeah,
want to the same about reporting and all.
yeah,
Like
because yeah, she was looking in for reporting, but not
yeah,
probably this weekend. Okay, next weekend I will be available.
yeah, yeah. Fine, fine. I
So
will
next weekend.
to so that.
Yeah, because actually even I am a bit caught up with work and I work late night, so that is the only issue. I hope it gets solved. So let's see. But in the meantime, you just practice the script. Okay,
Okay.
scripting. Yeah, this now you're familiar, right? If I say do dot walking, you will
Yeah, yeah,
understand, correct? If
yeah, yeah.
see one thing, wherever it is configurable, we do configuration. We don't touch script. Wherever if it is see, there are scenarios where the configuration is always not supported. Then we do a scripting.
15, yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then. So meet you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Fine, fine.
Yeah. 10. Yeah. Sure. So
Okay.
we will have time to go through the other scripts and we will at least probably finish. Tomorrow we will start off with the, either we will go to the scheduled jobs or we will go to the record producers. I would say
I'm
we'll go to the record producers.
I'm sounding ACL at the
Yeah.
time was not working on your system.
I'm so sorry. I'm not able to hear. Your voice is kind of echoing.
Yeah, actually, I'm saying that ACL part on the day we are trying to implement, right?
Yeah. So what had happened when, see, the table was extended by task, correct?
Yes, 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 yes.
So in the task level only, there was an ACL that was restricting other fields to be edited.
Okay, okay,
Okay, so what I did, with two ACL, I created an ACL and I made a right ACL and I gave table I chose and on the right hand side I chose the state.
okay. Like, can
Okay,
we
so
have
then
one more session regarding ACLs?
ACLs. Yeah, tomorrow week, Monday we will have those ACL
Yeah,
sessions. Yeah, at
yeah,
least
yeah,
5,
yeah,
10, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, we will have
yeah,
ACLs.
yeah, fine. Yeah,
Okay,
fine.
yeah, sure. Yeah. So yes, we will meet tomorrow at the same time. Is it? Yeah,
Yeah, sure,
maybe
sure.
10 o'clock. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So ACLs will have at least a half an hour refresher. We will have. I will ask you to share the screen, you to explore things, and I'll guide you so that you will get familiar with it.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Mithun.
Thank you.
Yeah.